Have you ever considered the transformative power of your mind? Similar to the goddess Athena, who from atop Olympus wielded wisdom and strategy, our minds can guide us through the labyrinths of life or transform into the most ingenious of adversaries. In today's journey, we will delve into the pulsating heart of Greek mythology, where heroes and goddesses are not merely mythological figures, but archetypes reflecting the depths of the human psyche. We will discover how their ancient stories can still illuminate the dark paths of our subconscious today, offering us keys to a more conscious and fulfilling life. Prepare to explore ancient teachings that resonate with striking relevance as we learn to sculpt reality with the wedge of our mind, sharpened by the wisdom of the ancients. Among the most emblematic myths of strength and courage, the figure of Hercules stands out with his 12 labors, ranging from capturing the Nemean lion to descending into the underworld. These stories are not merely tales of pure physical strength, but metaphors for human endurance in the face of insurmountable obstacles. Each labor Hercules overcame was an integration of mind and muscle, a message that still resonates with anyone facing personal trials today. Imagine facing a daily challenge. It could be a difficult project at work, or a stressful situation in the family. Like Hercules, we can choose to see these challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities to test our resilience and ingenuity. Each time we overcome a difficulty, we grow not only in strength, but also in wisdom and understanding of ourselves and the world around us. The story of Hercules also teaches us that true strength often is an amalgam of physical and moral courage. His journey is not just a series of victories against monsters and foes, but a path of personal transformation through which he discovers his capacity to overcome both external and internal limits. From this, we can draw a vital lesson. Strength does not derive from victory over others, but from the ability to conquer our own fears and internal doubts. Thus, every personal victory brings us closer to that ideal version of ourselves that we aspire to become. Medusa, once a beautiful priestess turned into a monster through no fault of her own, teaches us the importance of introspection and internal resilience. Her story shows us how often the toughest battles are internal, where our perception of ourselves and others can be distorted by past experiences and unfair judgments. Through the myth of Medusa, we can understand how external circumstances can deeply change us, and more importantly, how we have the capacity to transform ourselves in response to these. In every life experience where we feel judged or mistreated, we can draw wisdom from Medusa. Instead of allowing resentment to petrify our hearts, we can use these situations to look deeper, examining how our thoughts and feelings shape our reality. This is a true form of power, which does not derive from influencing others, but from having control over our own inner world. Like Medusa, who with her gaze transformed others into stone, we can choose to use our inner power to build rather than destroy. We can decide to transform pain into wisdom, fear into strength, and resentment into understanding. This transformation not only frees us, but can serve as a bridge to better understand others, creating more authentic and deeper connections. The myth of Medusa thus invites us to reflect on how our reactions to external events shape our deepest being. The wisdom of this ancient story lies in its invitation to become custodians of our mind and spirit, embracing the complexity of the human condition with courage and compassion. Persephone, the goddess of spring, whose life is marked by the cycle of death and rebirth through her abduction to the underworld, symbolizes resilience and transformation. This mythological figure represents the transition from light to darkness and vice versa, showing how transitions and transformations are essential for personal growth. When Persephone returns from her captivity in the underworld, she brings with her the wisdom and maturity gained in the dark land, transforming her ordeal into a regenerative power for the earth and herself. Similarly, In moments of great change or difficulty, we can choose to face our fears and discover the hidden strength within us. Experiences that seem to take us away from the light can actually be catalysts for a new beginning, richer and more complex than before. The story of Persephone teaches us that every cycle of disappearance and return is an opportunity for renewal. Thus, when we face a loss or radical change, instead of fearing the emptiness they leave, we can see it as the necessary space for new growth. This viewpoint allows us to welcome change, not just as an end, but as the prelude to a new existence, enriched by past experiences. By accepting and embracing life's inevitable transformations, we can emerge as more complete and evolved individuals. Persephone inspires us to see every return from the dark land, not as a return to the starting point, but as a step forward towards a deeper maturity and understanding. Alexander the Great, one of history's greatest leaders, elevated by the wisdom and education imparted to him by Aristotle, embodies the essence of leadership inspired by the great heroes and gods of Greek mythology. His ability to combine courage, intelligence, and magnanimity shows how effective leadership is not just about power, but about inspiration and vision. Alexander often faced decisions that could change the course of history, using not just military force, but also diplomacy and cultural understanding. This approach reflects the lesson of mythological heroes like Jason, who, in the quest for the Golden Fleece, had to rely on the help and loyalty of his Argonauts. In both cases, the ability to lead and influence others proves essential. The stories of Alexander, like those of Jason, teach us that true greatness is achieved through the ability to unite people towards a common goal, respecting and valuing their individual contributions. A true leader is one who, while facing enormous challenges, shows respect for diversity and promotes an environment in which everyone can thrive. Through these narratives, we learn that positively influencing others, supporting their development, and inspiring them to realize their full potential are the most powerful aspects of leadership. Being a leader, therefore, means being a catalyst for growth and change, a role that requires a deep understanding of human nature and a constant commitment to excellence and integrity. Just as the heroes and goddesses of Greek mythology used wisdom, strength, and courage to overcome superhuman trials, so too can we draw upon these same qualities to face the challenges of modern life. Their stories are not just ancient tales, but veritable manuals that teach us to overcome difficulties with a resilient and adaptable mindset. Greek mythology offers powerful examples of how character can be forged through trial and how perseverance can transform even the most adverse fate. Through the myth of Prometheus, who suffered for bringing the fire of inspiration to humanity, we learn the importance of sacrificing for a greater good, showing that the true value of a person is measured through their actions in times of crisis. These millennial tales encourage us to look beyond appearances, to recognize inner strength, and to pursue our goals with tenacity and integrity. The myths teach us that even in the face of adversity, we can emerge wiser, stronger, and more understanding, ready to build a better future for ourselves and others. By incorporating these lessons into our daily lives, we can not only overcome personal challenges, but also positively contribute to society, inspiring those around us to do the same. Now that we have explored the hidden secrets of the mind through the lens of Greek mythology, I invite you to reflect on how you can apply these lessons of strength, wisdom, and transformation in your daily life. May you find inspiration in your personal story and become the hero of your own epic. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca observed, we do not avoid acting because challenges are difficult. Rather, challenges become difficult because we hesitate to face them. Every day, challenge yourself to think and act in ways that bring you closer to the person you wish to become. Remember, the power to change your life lies in your hands, as much as in the stories of the ancient heroes we have discussed. Take a moment to consider which areas of your life could benefit from a renewed sense of courage and a fresh perspective. If this video has inspired you or you have discovered something new, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to not miss our future content. Share your thoughts and reflections in the comments below. Your interaction is essential to building a community of curious and passionate minds like yours.